Alright, here we are in a beautiful Newport Beach, Costa Mesa area at a park covering a really nice little 1938 Ford Retro Rod, two-door sedan, bustleback sedan actually. I want to walk around and tell you about it like we usually do. This car has a really good old school look and feel to it. Its history is known here in SoCal. The owner purchased it, I think in about 03 or 04, somewhere around in there, but over the years has done a very nice restoration on this car and some really neat recent updates. We're going to walk around and tell you like we always do. I already said that, but early in the morning just getting my motor running. Very nice body, all steel body, factory style running boards, all steel, basically non-modified, no handles shaved or anything like that. When we get inside, we'll show you the interior, done a LeBaron Bonney style. So nothing's overly modified other than the powertrain, which is a nice little retro rod powertrain. Underneath the hood here is the gentleman invested over 16 grand in a lightly blown Flathead V8, Navarro heads, a lot of cool stuff. Spend some time underneath the hood here. It's on an updated S10 5-speed transmission and a Currie 8-inch rear differential. The whole front end's been recently, within the last few years, has had the front end updated with tubular Mustang 2 power steering, with tubular control arms, that type of thing. All the trim on this car, from what we can tell, it's all original to the car. He purchased the car as a good running, solid, original car. Proceeded to refinish the car in a professional quality paint. You could pick it for a few flaws here and there over the years, but it's very well presented, and the car's character is excellent, is what I would call it. You can just look at the hood, or the hood release here, or the mascot and hood release. You'll see that's original. It's got a little bit of character and patina to it. All the grille and trim fits just right. The headlights here have their original lens covers. You see the Ford here, they have just a slight hue of age from being original 1938 pieces. You like stuff like that because it kind of just gives it that extra character. Actually like this car, very much the kind of car you can drive. It has upgraded Ventique wheels on it, 15-inch BF Goodrich. You can see the reflections. Paint wise, I would call it a professional, very nicely done, but you could pick it like again for a little bit of flaws and a little chip there that could use touched up, but really nothing worth talking about. In other words, it's not perfect and it's not brand new, but it is a nice little hot rod, retro rod. Fun car to drive. You can see the reflections, the body's straight. Rubberized running boards, again, all steel. Floor pans on this car. We'll actually have some shots at Spud's Garage that cover it very well. See the reflections on the back. The bustle back here is really nice. It gives you some extra trunk room. Everybody's got a different kind of car, and you don't see a lot of bustle back, so it's kind of nice to have something a little bit different. Hinge mounted mirrors, radio antenna. The interior is a LeBaron Bonney materials were utilized, so it's that cloth mohair style, and it was actually installed by Ron Mangus here in Southern California, who knows how to fit interior. All the carpets custom fitted with floor mats here. Show you the floor mats underneath. There's a little dirt on that one there from a passenger getting in there. Seat belts front and rear. We'll get to the back seat here for you. So you're looking at a Jenny seat. Threads are nice in this car. Seat belts in the back for the grandkids. Just tons of room for a passenger. Look at all that foot room in the back. It has a neat little vintage fire extinguisher back here on the floor. So really just a nice retro rod. It looks old and it's got retro horsepower. Headliner's nice. In the glove box here, it's got a Pioneer audio system with a CD player. This is for the, there's a remote battery charger in the trunk. See, the wood grain finish has all been redone on the dash. They've extended the shifter with the S10 and included the original 3-speed gearbox shifter on it. Has a factory column with a banjo steering wheel. All the garnish moldings have been redone. Doors shut nice, really nice on this car. You can literally shut them with your Beautiful body. We actually will get in the trunk here for you. It's got a few miscellaneous little tiny garage things in it. Doesn't have a lot of miles on it since the car was built overall. I'm gonna guess probably only a couple thousand. Great day here in the park. Everybody stops and looks at this car. We got a little drive around going here. Has LED taillights in the rear. Factory style bumpers with bumperettes. Factory fuel fill in the tail here. You gotta like the opera style roof on these cars. You can see the roof line here. This actually looks like two different sections of components with it. It flows off the drip rails. All the factory drip rails are in place. He's put all new glass in the car when they did the body and paint on it. Got a few jets flying over. This thing fires right up, drives neat. I'll actually take it down the street and back here with you. We'll fire it up here for you in just a minute. Again, factory seat, factory style interior. Seat belts in the back for the grandkids. And I already said that once. Has a third brake light in the back window also. Has a good vintage football tack on the dash here, and that's actually, it's got an original cup on it, so that's an original tack in itself. It's worth some dough there. It's got an additional tack down here. Oh no, excuse me, that's the temp gauge. He's added an extra temp gauge down to the bottom here so it can be a lot more reliable. When they did the paint on this car, known as an original California car, I don't think they had to do the door jambs on this car. I think it was an exterior spray. It's a very nice older car. Here's an older door jamb sticker, oil change sticker. The windshield cranks out. The cowl vent raises up like it's supposed to. It's right here, up underneath here. I'm gonna get my hand on it. Okay. See, I just raised it up there. The windshield still cranks out like it's supposed to. A little bit of air conditioning right there. The odometer at the time of inspection is 2,021 miles. We're going to flip the switch to on so it works normal. This just locks out the column so you can't turn the steering wheel. Here it's got electric fuel pump. Starts right up. Actually, hang on, we'll start it up at the engine video. Oil pressure's going up. Again, Merc Flathead V8. 48 Merc. Oil pressure's heading up on fuel gauge, reading about a quarter tank. Amp gauge is working, and it's got an aftermarket temp gauge down here in the column just for safety's sake. See that early football tack? Mikey likes it. This is a fun car. Nice, affordable hot rod level. You'll have plenty of grins for the miles with this one. Anyway, thanks for coming. Give us a call at Spud's Garage. We're never any pressure. Hang on to the end of the video. All right, I couldn't wait to get underneath the hood here and share the engine compartment with you. This one's really dressed to the nines when it comes to a retro rod. Nicely done, lightly blown, 48 Merc Flathead V8. Beautifully done. It's got a blower on it. It's light, we call it a blown flatty, but it's lightly blown, only a few pounds of boost. It's more for looks and feel and a little bit of extra horsepower. It's pro build. It had all new balanced and blueprinted. It had all new rods in it, crankshaft, Navarro cylinder heads. It's balanced and blueprinted. I maybe already just said that early in the morning. Polished Navarro heads. It has a polished intake manifold. It has a Carter AFB carburetor on it, Weber carb. Billet drive pulleys up in front here. It has power steering. It has Mustang 2 front suspension. You can see where it's mounted down here. Coolant, a lot of stuff was done with braided lines and stuff too. It wasn't cheap. This is a coolant recovery bottle on it. It has dual electric cooling fans with a Matson radiator. But you'll see, we'll get over to the other side here. Crankcase vent, all polished billet stuff, early speed stuff, kind of feel to it. I'm gonna fire it up for you too. Starts right up, it just runs perfectly. It's nice to see a power steering pump on the front of one of these. See down here, it has a MSD blaster coil on it, MSD distributor. Again, kind of give you a feel up front here. Has custom made long tube headers on it. I don't know if you can see them there. Has a Hildebrand oil cooler filter assembly there with braided lines on it and fittings. The battery's up front here where it's easy to get to. There's a battery tender in the trunk. Has an S10 5-speed, and it has a Curry 8-inch Ford rear differential in it. The tag on it from Curry. You'll see all this trim on the front here. Probably already covered it, but I go back to it. All OEM Jenny stuff, SoCal. Anyway, there you go. Go to spudsgarage.com. Thanks for listening to me. Have a great day. All right, I'm going to fire it up here for you. I got it all set up where we can just flip the switch on, hit the start button. Had to do that for you. Healthy. Good throttle response out of a Flatty too. Hey, there you go. Hang on to the end of the video. Go to Spud's Garage. Give us a call. Never any pressure. Have a great day. Hang on to the end of the video too. Alright, so I promised you a quick little drive. A little chilly this morning. I think I'll turn off the air conditioning. Again, it has a 5-speed S10 trans. Take the e-brake, works. I'm going to show you where the gear pattern is. So it's a 5-speed, up, over to the right, and to the rear here is reverse. And I'm backing up. We'll put it in first gear. Speedometer's turning. I don't know what kind of, if I'm going to get to any speed or anything, but I know it's got good legs with a Curry in it. I'm going to guess it's a 3.0, 325. Waiting for traffic here, and then we'll take it down the side street here, shift it through a couple gears. Look at the steering. Power steering, tubular front suspension. Well, that's all I'm going to get. I can tell you this thing will head down the road. Go to spudsgarage.com. Give us a call. Hang on to the video. End of the video. Have a great day. Got turned around here. I figured I just took off in second gear. Love my job. Have a great day. Alright, let's take a look at the trunk here. Just like the rest of the car, just a nice solid SoCal style car. Show you the bottom side of the deck lid here. Comes with a car cover. It's in the bag there. We took it out and made sure it was it. And then comes with a battery tender. There's an extra LED taillight lens cover here. Actually, yeah, one of them. It's got its original shelf for the spare tire and equipment, that kind of thing. Has an original tool kit here, which is kind of neat. It's a high-end style carpet, which is perfect for the trunk. It's not a loop, it's a quality wool kind of carpet. The tool wells have all been padded, and we know this is the original SoCal car. Tool wells are all carpeted also. Notice it's got heat insulation on the jute padding there. Anyway, we're thinking you get the idea. Go to spudsgarage.com. Hang on to the end of the video. Have a great day. All right, we're going to cover the undercarriage here for you. Mind me groaning a little bit. My back's been on the downslide because I do a lot of this stuff. I've seen this car up on the lift, and we'll have some photos at Spud's Garage that shows you the floor pans on it. It's absolutely beautiful underneath, rock solid, SoCal style car. You'll see it has a Curry Ford 8-inch rear differential in it. There's the Curry tag right there. It has updated parallel leaf springs in the rear instead of the closed tube driveline. Has probably 9-inch drum brakes on the rear, parallel leaf springs, probably a chassis engineering. You like the exhaust goes up over the axle like it's supposed to. It has Coney, I believe those are Coney shocks, chrome gas shocks in the rear. The exhaust comes all the way to the tail here. Give you kind of a feel stock style. There's the bottom of the tool well right in the center of the screen there. Has steely wheels. They look like they've been powder coated or just painted red, but they look like a powder coat to me. BF Goodrich TA radial tires on it. P235/70 R15s. As I go around, look at the reflections in this car. This is just a nice, solid, honest car. You'll see the parallel leaf spring mounts there. The frame's been reinforced where it needed to be. Up front, within the last few years, we'll get up to the front here. I know this car from a little ways back, and I know it well. The exhaust, again, it has long tube headers on it, blown flatty underneath the hood. In the last 2 or 3 years, it's had a complete front suspension installed with power steering, so it's got a fully independent front suspension. Up front here, it has 195/60 R15 BF Goodrich radial tires on it. You'll see the fully independent front suspension. It's got coil springs with gas shocks. It's got a stabilizer bar, tubular control arms, power rack and pinion steering on a flathead. So this one you can drive. You can one-finger steer it, which was a nice upgrade they did on a few years ago on this car, because the steering was really tight last time I had touched this car. Known SoCal history. There's the headers. Again, go to spudsgarage.com where we'll have plenty of photos of the undercarriage, that kind of thing, kind of give you a feel. Appreciate you listening to me. Go to spudsgarage.com. Have a great day. See if I can pick up some more light here for you. Oh, it has power disc brakes in the front and a dual reservoir master. I'll go back here and show you. I know you'll see the booster right there. There you go.